Hiya, this is Sam Elliott. I'm into some fucked up shit, so I love the P word. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, we're KISS. There's something you should know about us. We love kids.
Maybe that's because the last U.S. Census proved that 44% of all children conceived between 1972 and 1984 were conceived at a KISS concert.
Bye, Gene.
I have something to say. It's better to burn out than to fade away.
I'm sorry. Anything that starts out with the Kurgan laughing is good, man.
That was good, man.
Yeah, there you go. So, well, we're back.
Here we are
on a Wednesday for some fucked up reason.
That's my fault.
That's okay. Everybody was at the Journey concert except me. Like everyone on the planet.
Sorry about that too.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, but I even people at work.
When I looked at my feed today, I saw people from high school that I knew.
Yeah.
When I say high school, I'm talking about my high school.
Well, I'm sure I'm assuming you don't troll high schools.
No, not in the last 5 years.
Not that anyone knows. Yeah.
But I saw a lot of people. I ran into people last night I haven't seen in a long time. It was great. It was a great time. Would I say it was my two favorite bands in the world to go see? No.
At one time, like I love Def Leppard and I like Journey. I mean, everybody used to love Journey at 82, 81, 82.
See, Journey was one of those bands I just was like, they're okay.
It was like you had to love them. And
for me, it was
and Asia.
I liked Asia, but I didn't care about Journey, and I really didn't get into Neil Sean until he did that band where they did the song Hot Sherry.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
I'll play it later.
Can't remember. I still was thinking. I was looking at something. I was reading an article about or watching a video about what's his face Eddie Van Halen not getting paid for working with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I think they gave him like pizza or something.
Yeah. I was told when I was a kid back in the day that was Neil Sean. And I always thought it was until you corrected me on this show that it was him.
No shit.
Yeah. Somebody told,
Neil Sean has a very,
I ain't the biggest Michael Jackson fan.
Very distinctive style. And last night it was on full bloom. And Def Leppard, like, listen, they played a lot of tunes that like, I like, so for me, I just got to say it for the record. High and Dry, On Through the Night, and Pyromania are the only albums from them that I really like. And half of Pyromania is a throwaway for me.
What half?
All the cotton candy
Don't
shit.
Shoot Shotgun, things like that.
Some there's just a lot of cotton candy shit on there. And anything after that, I fucking loathe.
See, I kind of like maxed out at Hysteria. I do like Hysteria.
That was a breaking point for me.
See, I don't have a problem with that one. It was a little overproduced, but
everything was in that era.
Yeah, everything from Pyromania on.
They didn't play any of the stuff that I really like. I like songs like Hello America and Wasted and On Through the Night and all these things.
Did they do any covers? I know they've been doing a lot of covers.
They played one of their new tunes that they just wrote, which was actually a really good throwback to the days of old for them. So I enjoyed that. But the playing, I'm just, from watching playing, Vivian Campbell, of Dio fame is the other guitar player of the band. He's the Steve Clark of since 1992. He's
the Steve Clark after Steve Clark.
Yeah. So, I mean, he played some really good, tasteful shit last night. And Phil Collins is in a class all his own. That guy's fucking incredible. So, garbage disposal. Yeah.
Oh, I thought my headphones got too.
But it was Steph. That's
hey,
a
Steph.
shame. But
blow them off, Steph.
The two of them,
blow them off.
Just actually, the three of those guitar players were just amazing. And Neil Sean was shredding on like any way you want it. I mean, shredding. And from a guitar player's point of view, I was in geekdom heaven. So he just recently got back. He's in talks with Gibson. So that guitar and that guitar, they're called Axis's. And They were
like
with-
breastises.
Yes, breastises. It's
Okay.
it's spelled AXCESS.
Oh, I thought them like a axe. They were like the plural of axe.
The reason it's called the
axes.
axis
like
is
breastises.
no, they're axes, and they're
Okay.
plural.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is so that you can have reach into the upper bout of the guitar without having the heel on the back of the guitar, which I could show and
Gotcha.
explain. But you know,
No. I've always thought about that because I remember when I was a kid, learned to play guitar. My Epiphone, it was a bitch to get low down
it's
on the
tough.
neck. Yeah.
So he sat with Gibson and worked with them about 2008, I think 2009, and it might have been earlier than that. And things fell apart. It didn't go well. It's sort of like PV with the Triple X and George Lynch. And he unceremoniously left the forum, and they gravitated toward Alex Lifeson. And those guitars are more akin to what Alex Lifeson would use. Well, now they are working with him again, and he had a 3 pickup version of that in a flame top. He had that guitar, and then he had a white one. But all of them come with what's called a Fernandez Sustainer pickup.
Fernandez, like
Fernandez.
breastises.
Yes.
Everything's based off of the word breastises.
And the Fernandez Sustainer sits in the neck position.
Mhm.
And when you turn it on, I don't know if you ever remember, there was a thing called the EBO in the late 80s and early 90s. It made it sound like you were using a sustainer of sorts, like a violin. They used it in the White Snake song. Do, 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 do.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Supposedly that was an EBO.
Hello, Winsome.
So the sustainer is what he uses, and it's one of his signature things that he does during a guitar solo. You'll hear him playing, and you hear these ghost notes going, and it's the sustainer. So he has all of his guitars equipped with that. He had the 3 I mentioned. He also had a Paul Reed Smith hollow body with a sustainer in it.
Nice.
And then he had, I think it was 2 FU tone guitars. Now you're saying, what the hell is that?
I'm saying FU too.
FU tone is a guitar manufacturer in Doylestown, Pennsylvania vicinity.
Lovely downtown Doylestown.
And they make super strats, among other things, but mostly they're known for the super strats, which typically come with the sustainer in it. They also come with a cutout switch, which is a push button, which was made famous by Buckethead.
Yeah. As were Kentucky Fried Chicken buckets.
They also come with a brass big block insert in the back and the tremolo. It's really good, high quality stuff.
Like in the back of the.
I'll show you.
Yeah, I want to know what that is. Gotcha.
That is a big
That's
brass
what I thought.
block.
Okay.
So typically this is like a magnesium or some cheap pot metal, and it supposedly degrades your sustain. This supposedly intensifies your
when it's brass. How come?
And it's a much bigger piece.
I mean, does it?
It's twice the thickness of what comes in the stock guitar.
Gotcha. Oh, that is a thick fucking thing.
Yeah, it's massive.
Reminds me. Never mind. I'm not gonna tell you what that reminds me.
So
that's Rick. Oh, there he is.
Their guitars come with that stock.
Hello, sir.
And
Hola.
Mr. Pat. So that was pretty cool.
We do have to have Chris Romano on. So yeah,
we do.
We have somebody, somebody has to tell him that. The hell
I
on
can tell him. Want me to give him a call?
Yeah, wake him up.
He's busy.
I know he's got stuff going on.
But yeah, so that was cool, man. I was geeking out on the guitar stuff, and Neil Sean was playing 2 Marshall JVM half stacks. I know what the rigs are for Def Leppard. They have them stowed backstage. They have this whole array of stuff that they use. It's very cool. But yeah, so
I know. I remember I said first time I saw him was The Man. They had all that shit on stage. I was like,
well, there were the days. That's when you did that.
Holy shit! The first concert technically my daughter ever went to was Leopard at the Spectrum, but she was in Mom's belly, so that counts.
So the first tour that I know of that did the Flying Array PA system, and when I say that, that's when they began to fly the PAs up out of the ceiling. Was the Kiss tour in 1979. So that you could have access viewing, and that tour cost a lot of money.
Well, you throw some of the first time, yeah.
And it was a simplified stage for Kiss, but it was probably one of the first Flying Array systems. But I did get to see Steve Miller and his band get on stage last night. We were over
Really?
at Mac and Manco, which is
Yeah.
Manco, or whatever. How the
You
fuck
say
you
Manco,
it.
I say Manco.
So we were over there getting pizza, and we decided to have our pizza there was a wall there by where the pitching warm up thing goes, and that's where the stage entrance was. So we watched them all come up, and I was like, I don't know who those guys are, but they all have wireless, so they're playing in the band. I don't know anything about Steve Miller and his band or any of that, which they were great. The keyboard player was spectacular. He was really the whole heart and soul of the band, and the drummer was fucking killer.
I just remember back in the day when I was I don't know, let's just say 7 or 8, but not. I used to play this game BattleTech. It's Mech Warrior, the game Mech Warrior on PCs, but this was the board game, which is infinitely better. And I remember I was getting ready for some big geeky thing. It's like whenever my friends and I had nothing to do, like nobody was around, we had nothing to do. We got in my basement. We had a 4x8 piece of plywood.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was the game board.
I feel like I remember kids doing this.
It was a game you fight with in like, giant robot things. And it had me when you could like blow someone's arm off, pick it up and hit them with it. I'm like, I want to play that. And I remember I was listening to Steve Miller over and over and over while I was setting up that thing for a game one time and doing something for like, I think it was like 4 hours. I was down there fooling around with something. And like every time I play that game, I think of freaking Steve Miller now.
That's funny.
Well, that's like,
I think of AM radio because that's what I had when that album came
the band.
out. No.
Oh,
Literally AM radio. I listened to,
Yeah.
WFIL and Wizard 100 back in the Philly or AM radio days. And used to listen to Steve Miller would come on and Hotel California. These were all the big songs back then.
Yeah. It was back in the old classic rock days. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then it was new. It was just music.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was nothing but AM radio back then, you old fart.
Yeah.
Well, there was FM. YSP was around, and
No. Well, even before that, though, like I remember when I lived in Canada, there was no FM stations. When
Well,
I
that was
a kid.
Canada. There's no FM there now.
that's the problem. But it was WIOQ in Philly. You had a lot of FM rock stations and rock formats.
I remember we used to play stickball back in the 80s, and we'd be out in front of my neighbor's house, my next door neighbor's house. That's where the field was in the street. And somebody'd always have a boombox tuned to like YSP or MMR, and you're listening to that top 40 bullshit, not even top 40. It was like
MMR and YSP weren't top 40.
It wasn't top 40. It was the top 40 classic rock. I mean, because they played a hell of a lot of Who.
They did play a ton of Who.
And I get sick and tired of hearing that shit.
See, it's funny because for me, the Who was one of the most seminal bands.
Oh, they were, but I just got tired of hearing it. You know what it was?
I never got.
It's
every
because-
time "Who Are You" came on the radio. In fact, they started
That's the problem.
They started the show last night.
Yeah.
I think it was going into Journey. Was "Who Are You" was the last song they played, and I love that song. I can never get enough.
I
of
do.
it.
The problem I had at the time was I heard that every like 2 hours on the radio, and there was always some asshole I knew who had to scream, "Who the fuck are you?" whenever they yelled it out, because they used to play it on the radio back before everybody was butthurt about it.
Yeah, they did not edit that.
Give a shit. No, nobody cared. Didn't kill anyone.
So cool. So
It's like it was kind of like when
we're talking about
when guys hit on me, it doesn't make me gay.
King Biscuit Flower Hour. Or,
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
was in the early '80s and late '70s.
King Biscuit. Oh my god, I always remember like, what the fuck? Why is it King Biscuit? Are they hippies? I didn't know it was actually flour.
Yeah, yeah.
At first,
But they adopted it and it became a whole thing.
Yeah.
So, I would be remiss if I didn't mention a few things. So,
Please.
So there's a couple things I
yes.
want to get to tonight. One of
Yes.
them is I want to talk about my friends in Breaker.
Yeah, Tom. I'm gonna say hi to Tom. So hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom Nally.
Hi, Winsome. Hi, Harley. Hi, Tom.
Maybe I'll see you this weekend, Tom Nally, at Nick's. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about this past weekend. There were many things that happened this past weekend that were very
Can I give
notable.
some structure? Do the first thing. Let's do
Should we do
beer,
it in order?
and then do the second thing.
All right, we'll do it in order.
Yeah.
How about okay, let's do the beer. How about we do Breaker,
Breaker
Beer?
beer, and then yes, that's what I was suggesting.
Breaker beer?
Breaker, then beer.
Okay,
Yes.
so we're gonna do
Let's
Breaker.
we want to stay with the alliteration.
So Breaker is a local band, Philly band, Philadelphia area band, original band, and they have in the last year gotten together, recorded a bunch of music, and they are playing all over the area. They've done it's like every weekend they're at another place. They're just constantly out there playing. And I ran into these guys at an old school show. I ran into Claire, the singer, and her boyfriend, who's the guitar player. And I didn't know they were in a band or anything. I don't think they were in a band. I think this was like before they even formed it.
Oh, I thought you meant they were like the Partridges or something.
They were, they were at an old school show. They formed this band, and then things started to happen. And so, we struck up a friendship, and we decided to do some shows together. And then they did some shows with Cover Fire, but they're doing shows with everybody. They're playing every club there is. And their CD is premiering on July 27th, which is just
about a week
few
from
days
now.
away, 2 days away, 3 days away.
Next week sometime?
Today is the 24th. So 3 days from now, it's coming out.
Oh, so I was wrong.
And we're Instinct, and As We Remain Ghost or As We Become Ghost. Sorry, we are.
You're taking
ghost.
the glass half empty stance there.
Yeah, we're playing with them, and I think there might be another band on the bill, but I'm not sure. We're playing with them at Bar 13 on August 10th. And it's a triple weekend for me because I have Old School, Instinct that weekend. God help me.
Doomed.
And so their stuff's coming out, and I think this song is going to be on the CD, but I'm not sure. So I don't know. But this is one of their tunes, and I wanted to play it, and they told me I had permission. But how all that works because we probably get in trouble.
Well, we're not going to get in trouble now. Like I said, it's only like Iran, Syria, shitholes like that. That bother about it.
All right. So
I'm allowed to say shit.
Without further ado, this is Breaker. And let me get this. Let me do this justice. Okay. I'm going to go to,
well, that's not them.
No, that's them thanking us.
Oh, right.
Which was very cool.
Oh, gotcha. I was confused. I thought that was a video.
I wanted to read everybody's names in the band.
A dippity do, Tom. A dippity do.
Nope. It's not going to happen. I spoke to Ben today, and anyway, whatever. All right, so we're just gonna play it.
Yes, just play the song.
And the cool thing about the guitar player, who I'm good friends with online, and he plays Carvin amps, man. Anybody who plays a Carvin X100B, I have a soft spot for. So here we go. Without further ado, this is Breaker. Time's Not Gonna Wait, and it's not working. That's why this show's about nothing.
What?
I had the mute on, so here we go.
Goodness,
let's do it. Let's do that again.
There you go.
No, that's not right at all. What's that all about, Jim?
I don't know. Where are you not plugged into the board?
I don't. Let me see. Let's try a sound effect. Boy, talk about an anticlimactic.
Really? Spell Breaker.
That's my computer. Hold on.
Ew.
Yeah, that's not
spell the band name.
Breakker.
And what song do you want?
Breaker. It doesn't matter. You'll see. Why is my Thangle not working? Oh, I bet it's defaulted to the wrong sound source.
Here, I got it right here. Okay.
Simplicity from a
That's not it. Fucking ads.
Oh, it's always something.
Makes me sick. I swear to God.
It was working earlier.
Yeah.
That's what they always say.
There you go. Ready?
Yep. That sounds nice. That was Breaker. I'm trying to post the link to the show. It's at Bar 13.
It's up there.
Is it coming up? It's not doing the whole preview.
No,
thing.
but it's there, and I threw it over onto YouTube. So it's
okay.
fine.
It's August
It's fine.
10th, and it starts at 7 p.m. And it's Breaker, Instinct, As We Become Ghosts. And next week I'm going to do a full promo. I think we're going to have some of the people from Breaker on. I'd like to play some stuff from As We Become Ghosts. I need permission. And I know Mickey is listening. So
Well, you need permission from the label to do that.
Well, I don't know what how his stuff is set up. So if Mickey, if you've got some stuff that I can play that won't cause a
lawsuit
or copyright or any of that kind of crap,
Facebook to shut you
can
down.
you send me some stuff? Can you send me some links or something, man? Or just tell me what to do? And if you're not listening, somebody tell Mickey.
He said, "Go ahead."
Okay, great. Oh, there he is.
And
Yeah.
hey, Nick's here too. Hey, Nick.
So
Nick and I stood in the wings of the show with our arms crossed, and
Nick,
like we did security.
the next
for you guys
time
over the
we
weekend.
do this, the three tenor show,
Mhm.
we are going to get Nick up.
Nice,
because Nick is a monster guitar player.
Yeah, he was on. You had him up on.
I did.
Screwballs,
Friday
man. It was
night.
awesome.
We had him Friday night at the old school show. He got up and did a fucking marvelous rendition. I've seen him do it many times, but this I think was his. This was his.
People were commenting
moment.
about having wood. They were happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was.
It wasn't just me this time.
We're doing Aerosmith.
Mhm.
Sweet Emotion. I shouldn't say we because I took a step
You didn't
off.
do
the stage.
shit, man. You just stood around and drank.
I was drinking. So yeah, that was really cool. I'm really excited. I keep going back to this Breaker As We Become Ghost Instinct show. There's a lot of crossover and love in this show. It's going to be really cool because we all know each other, and as some of you may know, our drummer Johnny Cowan is the drummer for As We Become Ghost, our former drummer. And it's just really nice. It's a nice community, man. And everybody's cool, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I am really psyched for that show. And now we're going to do beer, right? And then I'm going to come back and talk about
doing beer,
more shows and all the stuff that went on this weekend. Because this past weekend was
fucking crazy,
exciting, fun, great, and bittersweet because we had to say goodbye to somebody very near and dear to the show. And well, I'm just going to mention it now because I'm a dick.
Yeah, go ahead, Dick.
Vinny Salvia, Mouse, one of the guys that called into this show on a regular basis, a good friend of mine over the last couple of years, helped me get a lot of Instinct shows, helped us so that we could actually open for Jackal. He was the guy that put that together and had us in talks with the management from Lynch Mob and a couple other things, and we were trying to put some stuff together. Vinny passed away due to complications. He had a lot of health issues, and he caught COVID more times than he could shake a stick at, and he passed away, and it was very sad. But there was a
otherwise he'd be running for president.
Maybe there was a really nice celebration of his life this past weekend, and I got to go to the viewing part of it. I wasn't feeling so great. I had to exit quickly. Mostly probably from the night before problems, but also some of my ticker issues that are going on right now. But yeah, so that was bittersweet. And Vinny, you're still on the show with us every week, even though you're not on the show with us every week. And you're going to be the honorary. We're going to have to get a plaque made or something.
We went the Catholic route. I have his little pinky finger in my bag.
Okay,
so we're good.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Did you attach the rosary to it?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I said Catholic, didn't I?
Yeah.
I whipped myself and wore a hair shirt. We're all good.
Okay.
We're good. We did it all officially.
I'm going to get some of that stuff that, when you're going to go to Jewish house, they always have that little diagonal thing.
Yeah. What is that about?
There's a little prayer in there. I'm going to get one of them, and we'll tag that on.
All right. Well,
the
we'll do
finger.
some stuff.
Yeah, it's
We'll do
fine.
some- If you're gonna like violate the dead, you might as well like go all the way.
Do it right.
Do it right. Yeah.
Did you grab one of the cards, Paul?
I did. I have it upstairs, and it's going to go on. Pat, I have that wall of stuff. It's going to go into the annals of that with all the Kiss and Judas Priest and Star Wars stuff and skulls.
In accordance with prophecy,
it will be forever immortalized until I die. and my son then will probably take that
Sell it all. Yeah.
that thing and put it in his house exactly as it appears now.
Oh.
I can guarantee you he's going to do it.
My kid will sell my skull if I don't get rid of it. So
I grabbed a couple dozen of the cards just in case.
It was cool, man. And you know, it was really cool the way they did everything with the, you know, they had his Kiss pictures hung up on the walls, and they had all kinds of like he had a lot of Kiss stuff.
Yeah.
You know, some Bon Jovi stuff, but the majority of the room was Kiss stuff. And there is a brotherhood among Kiss fans, and you know, there was a lot of that chatter over this past weekend, and I'm going to get into that after we drink this fucking beer.
it's fucking beer.
Let's go. What do we got here today?
So this is Skull Splitter Scotch Ale.
How appropriate.
Yeah.
Skull.
Skull Splitter. Have you ever had Scotch Ale?
Probably. No.
Okay. So do you have any adult diapers around?
Probably. No.
You
I
might
don't
need
think
them
so.
later. Anyway, so
I'm off tomorrow, so I have to go to court.
yeah, I took a case of Scotch Ale skiing one time. It was the greatest and worst thing I've ever done. It might do weird things to you, but it's very strong.
Oh,
It's very potent, and it's extraordinarily
I don't have
good.
to go to work tomorrow, so I'm feeling pretty good about it.
I know. I have 2 more in here. So, oh God, I love this shit.
It smells like booze. Let's see.
Oh yeah, that's what I remember.
Oh, that's very strong. We've had stuff like this before.
Oh yeah, we've had strong shit before, but Scotch Ale, man, this is like the high end of, well, you know, Scottish people. Everything they do, they eat or drink is like on a dare anyway.
Yeah.
So it's gonna.
It usually involves blood.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I told you that Brie.
Toughest people I know are Scottish.
Brie went out and got like a UK breakfast. We had blood pudding and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Blood and haggis. Gotta give you haggis.
you can't get real haggis here.
It's
They
illegal.
don't. It's illegal. You can't have, well, because it's made with
Sheep's-
sheep lungs.
yeah.
So you can't have lungs apparently because, you know, whatever rules. But I have had my mother-in-law knew I had a penchant for trying haggis. So she got me some, but it was canned haggis.
Ew.
And
Right.
And asparagus.
I'll tell you this though, it tastes like Alpo smells. And
You know, isn't it funny that there are things in life that smell so good and then you eat them, they're not as, they don't live up
well,
to it.
Alpo does not smell good.
My favorite thing this is going to crack you up. I love the smell. What are those Hostess? It has-
Ho-hos.
Not the ho.
I was thinking ho-hos too, because it's him.
It's the yellow cake with the
Twinkies.
Twinkies.
Oh, Twinkies.
The smell of a Twinkie. I don't know if
Really?
it's still. I love the smell of a Twinkie.
You just like things that can survive the apocalypse.
It just. I don't know. There's something. I guess it's the vanilla overtones in it. I just
You're just
love
a big
it,
fan
man.
of Twinkie the Kid.
Oh, Frank Stevens is in the room.
Oh, there he is.
There you go.
What's up, Frank?
So we have Mickey Rat, Nick Cataldi, Frank Stevens, and the ever-present and always famous Pat Shoemaker.
And Tom.
Tom Nally, the world-renowned YouTuber.
Makes him sound like a potato.
What do you mean? Like I'd say
Tuber.
potato tuber. Or,
Tuber. YouTuber sounds like a potato.
well, he's a YouTuber.
I know. It just
That's
sounds
what
like a
people
potato.
call it.
I'm just saying.
Just don't say it's a tuber.
Ugh.
Tuber's different than a YouTuber.
Well, I know that, but I mean, it just sounds like something. I don't know.
I don't know, really.
I was like, I remember one time I was on the show and I was like, you know, probably buzzed and angry about like influencer. I think when Frank was on, we were talking about influencers. Like, I fucking hate influencers.
Speaking of influencers, Frank's an influencer.
I know that, and like technically so are we, but we influence.
No, we are
like,
not.
We influence like no one, but you know, it's just funny. It's funny that that's a thing. You know, it's like I always want to like give like a shout out to like almost like a disclaimer. Like, please don't like. I do have a long ass disclaimer. Like, don't listen. None of this is real. None of what we're doing is real.
Well, that's why
We're
I
not
love
real people.
Vice Grip Garage,
Yeah, just
because he puts the disclaimer up as soon as it comes on.
don't
I'm an
try
idiot.
this.
I'm an idiot.
Yes, I am an idiot. It's like yes, Frank, you influenced us. But no, I mean, I remember when I used to do my friend had a house, like an old house built in like the 1700s.
The one over yonder.
Yeah. And we used to do Halloween parties
We
there.
call that the gingerbread house.
And no, not that one. Not that one. It was another one. It was over on the Schuylkill Canal.
Oh,
But it was his best friend, the guy you're thinking of. And I remember like we we used to do I used to like wire the craziest shit up. Like I would just be like, oh, it's 12 volts. I don't have any amps. It'll figure itself out. Just you put shit together. And, I remember my wife going like, are you sure that's going to work? I'm like, it's not my house. What do I care? I mean,
Doorbell's ringing for 16 hours and they can't figure out why.
although I did buy a motor for Halloween. I started on Halloween.
Oh,
The neighbors have already caught me painting shit outside.
well, I saw you with that
Yeah.
thing.
I've got a lot of work to do on that
Yeah.
still, but
I'm waiting for Home Depot because I saw their new animatronics and they look bad, motherfucking bad.
I'm pissed at them.
Okay.
No, I'm pissed at Lowe's.
Oh.
Really
Yeah,
pissed.
well,
at
you
Lowe's.
should be. They stole your idea.
Yeah, they did. And it's weird. That's just bizarre kismet. It just really is bizarre.
That's how it happens.
So like I showed you
yes,
what
you
I was
did.
doing. Like I built a deep sea diving helmet out of foam because I want to make a Scooby-Doo Captain Cutler monster.
That's like my favorite episode.
For-
Other than one
Yeah.
with the guy who looked like he was in Kiss.
I wanted to put that. I'm going to put that on the yard this year.
Yeah.
So I'm getting that all together. I got the helmet together, and literally the fucking week I put the helmet together.
There
like,
it is.
Just I haven't like done anything with it. It's just together.
Because I
you know,
walked
white
in
phone.
Lowe's that week.
And fucking Lowe's is selling that
Yeah.
thing. I'm so pissed.
How apropos.
But I'm going to make the thing. It's going to look way better, and it's going to be about 1/10 the price. So fuck you,
There you
Lowe's.
go.
Fucking Lowe's.
All right. So back to the
Goddamn.
agenda. Do,
Fucking
do we have agenda?
Are you done with the beer? You're done with beer?
I'm
Don't-
still working on it. What do you think? Well, we got to.
Oh,
we
it's
gotta rate it.
strong.
What do you
Uh,
think?
Well, like it's a good quality beer. I'm going to say that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as me drinking it all New Year's Eve,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a 5 because I can't do this. I would be annihilated. I'll
Oh,
give it
yeah, that's the
give it a
point.
6. Give it a 6.
All right.
I like it. It's not that I don't like it. It's
Hello.
there's other things I'd rather just drink.
The problem is,
So
with a lot of the beer I like, it's Scotch. I'm going to give it an 8, and you're going to give it a 6. Okay.
6, yeah. I'm sorry, man.
No, that's fine. But that's the weird thing about that's why it's so subjective, because there's a lot of stuff that I would love to drink, but like Sam Smith's oatmeal stout. 10 out of 10 every time. Love it.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I think we had it on the show. I love that shit.
See, I'm really into the brown ales.
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
The thing is with oatmeal stout, you drink like 2, maybe 3, and then like beat yourself on the on the
Right.
shore, and like pushing you back in the ocean. It's a lot to drink. Brown ale though, Sam Smith's brown ale, nut brown ale, that's a 10 out of 10 too.
I think so.
That may be it. That may be the one.
I think that's going to be it.
it may be the one.
The one.
There can be only one.
So last weekend, right?
Yeah,
So.
there
And by the way, I recorded a new recording for Wildwood.
Oh, Tom can do Shaggy and Scooby. Damn.
I just did a whole new commercial. They're going to do it, and I don't know if I'm allowed to even talk about it, but I'm going to say it.
Who's doing a commercial?
Wildwood. I
Oh.
did a new commercial for Wildwood. They're doing a drone thing.
Mhm.
Through
Welcome to the Wildwood Boardwalk. If you're under 18, fuck you.
Yeah, they
Something
actually
like that?
gave me something to be nice with.
Oh, really?
Finally,
Oh,
I can play it for you if you want to hear it. Real quick.
I'm so confused about the one you did before.
Well, I was the bad
It's
guy.
not you. No, the wording of it is
It's
weird.
awkward. Yeah.
It's like if you're under 18 or don't have ID. So if I'm 17 and have an ID, I can walk around my dick out doing anything I want.
I can't answer for you, Jim.
I'm just saying. I mean, I used to be a lawyer back in 6th grade.
There
So
you go. So here's the newest thing I did. I don't even know if they've approved this, but
well, what that's like
We're
Wildwood's not going to sue you.
we're
Not
no-
gonna-
yeah,
anybody's
we're-
listening to
we're
this.
nobody.
Although Pat's probably like texting them right now.
oh, there you go.
It's my job, man.
Yeah. Keep us honest. Why is it so fucking dramatic? A long time ago on a boardwalk far, far away.
You have seen the fireworks light up the sky over the Wildwoods Boardwalk for many years. Tonight, the Wildwoods Boardwalk and Cape May aerial ads present a special drone extravaganza. In just a few moments, 300 drones will launch into the night sky over Wildwoods Boardwalk and Pine Avenue. We hope you enjoy the show.
You call them drones. We call them murder bots.
9, 8,
Oh, look at you.
7, 5,
I just read the script, man.
4, 3, 2.
It's a good radio voice.
Anyway,
Well, that was kind of anticlimactic.
I said, are they doing a promo for the daytime so people will be like, we gotta stay for the drones?
We should go and put more money in the meter.
I'm hoping that maybe whatever that is, I go down there and I can hear my voice.
Oh, that's you. That's like masturbation, dude.
It is. That is totally. It's like masturbating into a mirror.
You're just gonna walk around the boardwalk like
Feeling.
Kind of cool. Like, when you have a band and your shit's played on the radio, it's kind of fun to hear your stuff. You wouldn't know. You didn't watch Spinal Tap.
I don't know. I've seen video of me playing hockey, and it's not pleasant.
Oh, speaking of Spinal Tap,
By the way, I realized something today as I was getting ready to come down
Put
here, and
your
I had to put
panties
something
on?
on. No.
Oh.
I have as many hockey jerseys as you have guitars. If not.
But are they as worth as much?
Yes.
Good. Then you've done well, son.
So I may start.
Someday I'm going to do a thing with my guitars. These aren't mine.
But I was thinking, like, I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to try to come down here and wear a different jersey each week. And then, how dare you? And then explain, like, what it is. Like you do with guitars.
There you go.
So this one, I'll just give it. This is
That's an Oaks.
This is the Oaks Center Ice.
What the hell's going on?
in-house.
Somebody having like fits of
Pat is
passion?
having oral sex with someone.
what?
Well, it has to be you. You're the only one on mic.
No, it's not me. I'm in
It's
silence.
No, it's you. I can prove it.
How?
And then there was nothing.
And there was nothing, so you didn't prove shit. But hey, Pat, that's fine. We understand. Everybody's got to get it sometimes. That's fine, man.
Tap, 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 tap.
Squelching issues. Remember Squelch?
Yes.
I was like, what's the Squelch do?
Yeah, it never did anything. It really doesn't do shit.
I don't know what the fuck that
It's
is.
supposed to turn the gain down so that, like,
Why don't they just call it game?
because it's not squelch.
Oh,
Squelches on your CB radio, man.
Yeah, 10-4, good buddy. But so yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to start bringing one of these down each time. So
All
this
right.
one is from the Navy team. Color.
I figured that out. It was a little difficult.
Yeah, it was a really
But
sad league.
I think it even shows in color on
Yeah,
the feed.
But it is from Oak Center Ice.
All right.
Last place I played hockey, and no, I'll bring them down. Because
Okay.
a lot of them have some history, and
Well, you do that.
hey,
What?
do I mock you?
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah, another beer. I gotta say, do I?
Scotch Ale is working perfectly as planned. Oh man. So how we started? All right, we started last weekend. Pat, you wanted to say something, didn't you?
busy with
When you
oral
guys were chatting about Spinal Tap,
Sure.
so there was a bunch of bass players that got together the other night on stage, and they actually played Big Bottoms
Where? What?
at Tom and Jerry's. Man, it was awesome.
Oh, that's funny. I've always, if I was ever in a situation where that would happen, I would bring my Gene Simmons axe bass.
That would be awesome. I didn't play, but it was I saw a video of it. It's on Facebook.
Oh, I gotta find
What
that.
we need to do is we need to get some wood. I can do this because I not that kind of wood.
Fuck is
Calm
going
the fuck
on?
down.
Jesus.
You need to make a complete from scratch Paul Adler limited edition guitar.
I'm just gonna go to FU Tone and buy one.
No,
And
no,
that's
no.
exactly what
You
I
need to
want.
get some stock and just make the body.
No, I'm not doing.
Why?
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Lazy fucker, man.
It'll never be right. If I do it, I'll find fault with it every time I look at it and play it. Guarantee it.
Then tweak it. Then you'll have something to do.
I have guitars here that are factory made that I tweak that suck ass.
See,
That fucking thing over there.
that's like last night I was
Not
sitting
that
out.
they're mine.
I was
They're
sitting
not mine.
outside and
I
I'm
don't
sitting
have
there
any
with
of
this
these.
big foam column that I showed you.
Yes.
And I'm painting the details on it.
Yes.
And some of our neighbors walked by
And they're like, what's that for?
And they're just looking at me like, is it Halloween already? And I'm like, it's always Halloween.
somewhere.
You know, I don't know why I was Clint Eastwood about it, but I was like,
I like that.
and I said to them, I'm like, I do this so I don't drink as much.
Did you notice that I tested out the Genie Manic 7000 smoke machine a couple of weeks ago?
No, I didn't see it.
I was blasting it
God
on a
damn it.
Saturday afternoon.
You know we have
And
to. You know what we have to
I
do.
do have quick dissipate in it. Apparently,
Oh, you got quick blast.
I think it is. It's,
What we need to do is we need to like get this under. You need to point yours at a 45-degree angle towards my house. I'll point at 45, and we'll just like shoot it in front of Howard's house for like back and forth and like synchronize it to
I don't
music.
know
And
if that would be good for his situation.
he doesn't care. What's he gonna do?
All right, we'll do
He's not
it.
gonna know.
Yeah,
No, he comes outside or anything.
yeah, man. I think it's the mail once in a while or something.
He got my mail the other day.
Did he? Oh, good. Thank God. They
his
fixed
nerve-
his front light.
Did he?
No, he didn't. Somebody fixed his front light.
I felt bad. Did I tell you that one time that was flashing?
Yeah, it was the
And
LED
I was like-
bulb or something. Going
But I got
bad.
nervous because I'm like, they're like old people do that thing. They have like if the light flashes, that means they need help. And I'm like, what do I do?
Oh,
But
no.
I know he's got like, what is that thing? What did
Dementia?
dignity.
Oh.
And like I didn't want to piss him off and like knock on his door.
The other D word.
Because not only that, but like I've lived next door for like 12 years. He doesn't know who the fuck I am. So I didn't want to. I've been shoveling his fucking walk for over a decade. He has no idea who I am. So Bree actually went out and shoveled his driveway with him. And he asked her who she was.
like we've had similar. Anyway, let's not.
No, I'm not mocking him. I just think it's funny. It's like, I don't want to go. Can you imagine I knock on his door? He doesn't know who I am.
He's not answering the door.
You know what the fuck's going on?
He's-
And I'm like, hi, are you in trouble? Can I help you in any way?
What, it's. Are you in trouble? What are you
But
going to
I
do?
mean,
What are you
but-
going to do?
but-
Rat.
But
Are
you
gonna-
know
you
him.
Call the police.
But you know him.
I know him.
And you've told me about him. And from what you told me, my assumption is he has some dignity, and he does not want somebody going over like, "Can I help you, old fart?" I didn't want to upset. I literally when I'm shoveling his sidewalk,
Mhm.
I feel guilty.
He pays a service.
You and I do it.
No, he has a service.
You
that
fucker. I thought you did. You did that little bit. I did the whole fucking thing.
No, he has somebody come to his driveway. They have a service.
Ah,
that comes
son of a bitch. Well, I've been
All right.
doing it over for like 10 years. But anyway, I've always done it just, because I don't want
Well,
him to
you
get
don't want anybody to fall down and
Yeah, and I just, I know he's not going to come out and
break a
do it. I'm
hip.
just trying to be
We
nice. But
can,
at the same time,
maybe
I
the
think
nurse will do it. this
he's
time.
like looking out the window, like, who the fuck are you, you son of a bitch? I can do it. Fuck you.
No, he's
I-
not.
And I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
I'll ask Elder Paul. He'll tell you.
Dude, it's the same thing. If I take out my snowblower,
Mm.
you tell me you've done this. You take your snowblower out because it's, fucking crazy.
Right. When we used to have snow 3 years ago, 4 years
Yeah,
ago,
before, the global warming Disney
whatever.
thing.
There's no global warming.
No, it's fine.
It's all fake.
That's why we only had like 70 days of fucking 90 degrees. Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway,
heat
so,
zone.
just that, so you take your snowblower out and you do your front. All right. So I would do my shit.
Where are you going with all this, man?
I'm getting there.
All right. Because I had stories to tell.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah.
We've got so much time to kill and you're fucking doing that.
Yeah.
And now I'm wasting
No, go
time
ahead. Go ahead.
yelling
It's
at you about
fine.
it.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
There he goes, Edith.
Fuck you, Archie. But so like I go out with the snowblower, I do my stuff, I'll do his, then I'll feel guilty, and I'll do yours. I have. And you've done mine. Where do you stop?
I know it gets to that point where
You
you're like,
get to that point, you're like,
"Ah."
all right, I can't do the whole fucking town.
Right.
Who am I gonna fuck over and just stop?
Oh, my sound's working again.
Like I literally did the Chris, the
Well, when
guy across the street from me.
This is before you moved here.
Yeah.
The first year I had my snowblower, I made a loop of like 10 houses.
Yeah, where do you fucking stop?
I didn't care.
I feel bad.
know
Like,
where to, I know
like
where to be.
I usually I would
Oh.
like if you hadn't done your, I would do yours
Mhm.
and I would stop because I don't know Mike.
He wouldn't want you doing this.
No, but I would feel like a dick, but I would stop and I would do Shira's and I would stop and I wouldn't do the Fergusons because they like, well, stop that. Oh fuck, do your own. You know what? I'm gonna go piss. You do your thing. I know you're getting all sad about that. that.
No, I'm not.
No, you are. That's fine.
not gonna
You-
do
you
it without you
do
here
whatever you're
anyway.
gonna do. I'm gonna go take a leak.
I'm gonna play sound effects while you're. Oh, Jim dropped the pipe.
Don't play anything that's gonna get us in trouble like last time. God damn
The
it!
Taco
And then
Bell.
blame it on me, and then I have to go do research, find out it was your fault.
Well, Jim took a little break. He's watching some videos.
Yes, I'm watching shemale porn in Paul's bathroom because that's the only thing the television in there ever shows.
I don't have television in my bathroom.
Sure you don't.
So anyway, yeah, last weekend there was a lot of stuff going on, and I played a show Friday night with my brothers in Old School. We played over at Screwballs and King of Prussia, and that was a lot of fun. And that's when Nick Cataldi got up and he did his thing, and it was fun show. Saw a bunch of people I know there, like always. Calico Sparks stopped by. A lot of people were there, and Calico, you guys all know from the show. But the next night, we did a big show at the Water Tower, and it was a triple bill. It was Dog Bite Money, Resurrection, and Old School. And all these bands, besides being incestuous musical bastards between each other, we've all been around the scene a long time. And so it was a lot of fun. So just to give you an idea, I get down to the show. I got there at I think it was 6:00, and my drummer Mike was already there, and a few other people were there, and we were all just like if you play a multi-bill show, and you know what I'm talking about. There's usually bullshit that goes on, and I don't expect any of this to happen at the future shows I'm playing with Instinct. But there's like usually like some dude who's like a dickhead, and
Sorry.
you're loading your gear on stage, and or the sound man who's being just crazy.
Oh, that bastard prick! I never touched anything.
So this show was not like that, and there was a lot of commentary in the Facebook chats about this among band members and even people who were at the show. The setup was was just flawless. Everybody put their gear up. We left all the gear up on stage. Obviously we couldn't have 3 drum sets, but we had all the guitar amps, all the bass stuff up on stage.
the marketing was awesome. You had your drum kit up there.
That was Mike
Yep.
brought his
Because
own
Mike's
school
got
kit.
the largest kit in the universe.
One of 7 he has or something.
Mm.
Anyway, so we all got our gear up, and because we did a finale where we played a couple tunes. We did some AC/DC and some Kiss and stuff like that. But I knew that this was going to be a big show because back in the day, Old School did a couple shows with Resurrection. It wasn't Resurrection at that point. It was one of Tom's bands. It might have been 11 or whatever. And we also did a lot of shows with Dog Bite Money up at Blackjack's in Amity, just outside of Reading. And those shows would really, really fill up and be crazy. And, it's been a couple years. Nobody knows what's going to happen. And, I'm watching this place, from 6:00 to about 8:00. It's, trickle, boom, boom, filling. Next thing you know, I think there were about 300 to 350 people in there.
Oh, yeah.
Not more, because there were people sitting on the sides that weren't actually in the music room. They had to kind of like watch.
They were
the back
bowling,
sides. Yeah, they were. It was crazy.
I was
man.
one of them for a while. Then I got overwhelmed by it.
And all the bands, just basically did this gratis. It was let's throw some shit at the wall and see what happens. And it was one of the best gigs I've ever been involved with.
Was
in my entire life.
Did money go anywhere, or was that just for the Water Tower?
None of the bands walked out with any cash.
But was it just for the Water Tower, or was it for did it go to feed the homeless or anything?
No, It was just a gig. It was just let's get together and play on a big stage and have our 3 bands play together. And I'm not trying to spill the beans or say anything negative. This isn't negative. It's obviously it's positive for the venue. Made a lot of money.
Yeah.
They took care of the bands. All the bands got to drink for free and eat for free. So that was very nice.
So they're in the black.
Once again, I did not
or the red.
fucking play fucking Star Wars pinball. I forgot and I left.
Dude.
What the fuck happens with me? I only did it one time. They have so many pinball machines in that place. It's unfucking believable. It's almost as good, but not not anywhere near the Pinball Hall of Fame in Vegas.
Let me ask you this. I know you love pinball and everything.
I fucking love pinball.
and we've played pinball together and you've kicked my ass because
I have?
I'm not. Yeah.
Oh.
I played pinball,
I
but
don't
I'm not.
remember us playing pinball, dude.
Well, you drink a lot.
I-
But I mean, like
not anymore.
Sure.
Tonight.
But
Tomorrow? No. I'm off tomorrow.
so yeah,
It could be a
we
dream.
could be here for a while.
Yep.
Anyway, no, I was never I played pinball, but I have a friend who was like a huge pinball freak.
Is he
And
deaf,
he-
dumb, and blind?
Kinda, yeah.
There you go.
He was definitely deaf and dumb. But he would always kick my ass too, and that's fine. I don't care. But I thought you were a Tempest guy.
I am.
So what do you prefer, pinball or Tempest?
Pinball.
Okay.
Asteroids.
If you said Tempest, I would have lost all respect
Asteroids
for you.
is a tough one because that was my favorite video game
Yeah.
growing up.
That used to make me depressed.
Well, you don't like blowing up rocks?
Well, no, it was like Johnny Sacco. It never ended. It was like
no,
no matter
doesn't.
what you did, it
There's
didn't matter.
It just gets faster
yeah.
and faster and faster.
That was Space Invaders too, man. It was just like
It's the same premise.
yeah,
And that Space Duel was another one I loved.
yeah, yep.
Star Castle
Wait,
was
what is Space Duel? Was that Space Wars or Space?
Space Duel was a double ship
Yeah.
that it went on an axis and you flew around and blew up aliens
I don't remember.
going left to right.
Hmm.
And then they would drop their babies.
That's Defender.
Defender. Yeah.
Okay.
Space Duel was Space Duel was a modified version of Star Castle,
Oh, okay.
if I remember correctly.
Star Castle used to crack me up. I'm like, you cheap fuckers, you can't even afford color.
No, they used the plastic insert. We're dating ourselves here. Like
no, man,
this is
dude, I don't even
1983.
care, man. That was like the best thing.
It was.
I used
So
to live at the King of Prussia
think
Plaza.
think about it. You probably spent relative dollars less than parents do today on
Oh,
video
yeah.
games, right? You were out of the fucking house
Well, yeah.
and you thought you were cool, but you really weren't thinking about it. You're just playing video games. And occasionally you
would-
might talk to
Occasionally
a
a girl would come up. Do you have any quarters? I'm like, yes, in my pocket.
girl. That was cool. You got to meet chicks and hang out we went to a place called Galaxy, not to be confused with the Galaxy nightclub
No, we went to
New
the
Jersey.
spaceport.
in Northeast Philly. It's now, I think, a steak joint.
Oh, that's gross.
But it was called Galaxy, and a whole subculture developed
You calling it a hole?
at Roosevelt Mall.
Yeah.
In Northeast Philly, because all the teenagers would park their cars outside of Galaxy, and then you would cruise the parking lot. You did the loop. There was a loop until the cops came, and then shit would go wrong.
Stop doing that.
And then you would pair off. Cars would pair off, and then go down to Aramingo Avenue or whatever, back down behind
Submarine
Casper
races?
and race. Go race, or they go on the boulevard and race.
yeah, that was.
There was a lot of stuff like that. So I had a car that was a faux sports car, faux rose. My 351 loaded 79.
That thing was a boat.
It was a boat. She was a little fast. I did some
It was
mods
still
to
a
her.
boat, man.
But what we used to do is I had a system hooked up in there where I had stuff hooked up so I could play guitar through the speakers.
what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
So I used to sit in the parking lot and play guitar.
Oh my god, that's fucked up.
Some things will never change.
I had that guitar with a lightning bolt pattern on it. The star guitar.
Oh, Arkanoid was fucking awesome.
I remember that.
We
was
used to.
weird.
When I was in college and I was bartending after work, we would go over to Sportsters because our place closed early, and we'd play table
No,
Arkanoid.
wait, I have to ask you, Sportsters. Now, was that in Northeast Philly? There was a Sportsters, and
Yeah.
you would be able to get a cube.
Yes,
of
it was
deep
disgusting. Yeah,
fried
no, I never
onions.
ate that shit. I've seen it. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
So you had a Sportsters out here too?
There was one where it was right up where like Home Depot is.
No shit.
Yeah, we used to go there all the time.
That's so
We-
cool.
The fucked up thing was
We used to go there and get kamikazes, beer, and the giant onion ring.
We used to go there. It was a cube. We used to go there and we got to know this guy, Chris, who was the bartender. And Ted, the guy that was on the show?
Yeah.
He and I and our friend Keith
Kajitsky.
Kajeski.
Yeah, Kajitsky.
Kajewski, actually, but he
All
spells it differently now because I
Sure.
know that drives him crazy. But we used to go there and Ted could like beat Arkanoid every day. Like he
Okay.
just kicked the shit out of it.
There's like a little creature in that. So,
Doe.
I don't
It
remember.
was dough. But we would go. The one thing I remember, like, we used to go there all the goddamn time, and I remember going there, and I had like a Yamaha keyboard, like a portable keyboard.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, and I used to bring it and
No,
play it.
Oh,
But I would play like stuff like it had like a sampler,
okay.
and everybody's like, or I would play like I would
Jim
like
Nafis in the house.
I would like sit there and like play Piano Man, and I remember a waitress saying, "We don't care if you have any talent. We just want to hear you burp and make rude noises." And I'm like, okay. So there was that, and the guy Chris, the bartender. The one thing I remember, we used to hang out with him all the time. He was a great guy. But when I met my wife the very first time at her aunt's house when she was 16 and I was older, like Chris was the guy that got her phone number, but never called, which will, if I ever run into him again, then I won't have to kill him. But yeah, Sportsters, we used to go there. Fuck that or Bennigan's.
I didn't know. I didn't know
night.
there was more than one. So my
Yeah,
father hit me to Sportsters. He's like, yeah, sometimes after work we go to this place and we get kamikazes and the onion rings, and I'm like,
oh, they weren't rigs.
Okay,
It was
Dad.
God, it was gross.
So I went there for the first time with my dad, and
Ugh.
it was probably the first time I drank with my dad. I think I was even underage at the time.
Oh wow.
So my dad did for me what I've done for my son. Made him an alcoholic.
Got him an alcoholic. Yeah.
Oh God. Man.
First time I drank with my dad was at some shithole in Quakertown. And
That's an oxymoron, isn't it?
Kinda. And he went, he's like, "Can I get a beer?" And I said,
I'd like
I said to them,
alcohol in a glass
I'm like,
that's not clean.
I was like, "Do you have any Sam Adams?" And the guy's like, "We don't have that. We don't have that imported stuff."
Imported from Boston.
So I was like, "Fine. Can I get a moose head?" Like, fucking idiots. But yeah, man, I used to love going to Sportsters. They shut down way too soon.
They did.
It was never busy ever.
Yeah, but I love that.
But it was
place.
such a great concept. I
great
think it would
place.
work now. I mean, like you go down to Screwballs during March Madness. The place is fucking packed every day of the week.
Yeah, it's insane.
So if you had a sports, but I think it was just too big. There was too big a footprint for the
One
place.
wasn't that big in Northeast Philly.
This place was like a Bennigan's and a half. Like Bennigan's was our shit. That's where we used to go.
I know we would walk in, turn left, and go to the booths. And
Yeah.
in Northeast Philly, I don't know how, they're probably not even the same relative.
Wait a minute. Sportsters was owned by the same people who owned Geno's. Get the hell out of here. Really?
That kind of makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm like getting all confused with like
Geno's was a Philadelphia based
It was the only place I knew that had
The
KFC.
Geno Giant.
Oh my God, I used to love
with
that.
KFC. They would partner
It
with
was the
KFC.
only place that had KFC in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
But okay.
All
Except for
right.
Gino Machete. Well, I can't argue with that.
It was great, man. And then they tried to do a revival here in King of Prussia at the old McDonald's. Failed miserably.
One of my nicest memories is my mom when she would pick me up in kindergarten. We have to a couple times. Some days she would take me to Geno's for lunch.
So where was the Geno's here originally?
Norristown.
That makes sense.
And over by shit, I don't even know how to. Sorry, but anyway, but then we did have one in town where Hooters used to be.
Hooters.
Hooters.
So what's Tom saying? The first time he drank was at Frankie's Mercury Saloon. Oh, which is now Kearns and Van Salem. So Old School played there a bunch, Tom. We played there quite a bit for a few years. Then they changed management, and now I can't get anybody to take my calls. I don't know. I think I'd like to play there again.
Just walk in, drop your pants, rub your dick on the bar, and say, "I have a band."
I did that. It worked out terribly.
Oh, that's probably why you don't play there. Yeah. But yeah, it's weird.
That man looks awful limp.
That's a question, everybody. Where did
Did you hear
your
about
dad?
that guy in the news today? He was like,
Oh, him.
he was in like he was in a cemetery, yanking off, and some people were there, and they
What's wrong with that?
The police were like, "What were you doing?" He was like, "Well, I was peeing and I was just walking around trying to clear my head afterward."
Well, okay.
This is in the news today.
Sounds a little
Like,
complicated, but
oh boy,
I mean, I like cemeteries. But I
what
don't
the
whack
fuck? This
off
isn't
on
this
them.
isn't like the news. I was
That's
like,
the only news we can talk about, though.
jeez.
But that was the first place your dad drank with you?
I think. Well, no. Okay, so if you want to get really deep into when I had
Oh, absolutely, like elbow deep.
first time I had a drink, there was a place in Northeast Philly. It was a little Italian restaurant, if I'm not mistaken. It was at Bustleton and Cotman on the corner. We were there for some family event, like we always were for something. And my dad was like, "Hey, let's you can have a sip of my drink," which was some horrible concoction of God knows what the fuck and what the fuck.
Galliano and gin.
So I drank whatever it was, and then he was like, "Here, try a cherry stone." I don't know how I didn't fucking throw up. I was like 7 years old, 8 years old.
Wait, Pat, your first drink with your dad was the Galaxy? How the hell is that a possibility?
Wow. My father never stepped in there. My father, the only place my father went was the Empire. He saw Instinct play the Empire, and he saw us play at Walsh's.
My dad's bar was Brownies down in Conshohocken, not the cool Brownies, Brownies near the.
Oh yeah.
I do remember my dad. One time I said something about the Lark Bar, and my dad's like, "Oh yeah, I used to go there all the time." And I'm like,
"No, Dad, don't go there."
That's a gay bar.
Jim Nafis says his first drink was at Nightworks. Now, Nightworks, you never really got to Northeast, did you, Jim?
I have been. But
Did you ever get to the Empire?
No.
Okay,
No.
so
I couldn't get my friends to go out there.
The Empire
Like
was
suburbs
a
kids.
legendary
was.
rock club. And directly attached to it was a dance club called, I think I'm getting this right, it was Nightworks, but it was also called HB's at one time. And then they tore down the wall and closed both places and made a piano bar.
In 1989.
When did that happen? That was in the 90s. But the Empire started probably in the early 80s, lasted till about 92 or 3, I'm going to say.
I think we all played there.
Yep. Some of us have not.
Sorry.
I got to headline there. It was a moment for me that I'll never forget. And it wasn't like I didn't headline on a Wednesday. It was like a fucking Friday night. I got to headline the Galaxy and play the Galaxy. Got to do like those were gigs that you could actually say, "Fuck yeah, man, I fucking did it." You know what I mean?
No, I'm with you, man. I was there.
And I got to play on a bill. I'm pretty sure it was with Heaven's Edge down at the Trocadero. I might be wrong, but I know I played there. And that was a happy moment in my life to be on that stage in front of a packed house.
Yeah,
I played the Troc too, but I don't remember who I played with.
You just cut them off.
I'm sorry, I was doing something.
You were. Yeah, what was that?
Go ahead.
No,
I was going to say I played the
yeah,
Troc as. Okay, you go.
No, I'm fine. I'm done.
So I played the Troc as well, but I don't remember who we played with.
I'm not sure if I was very drunk.
No.
I got in a big fight with my girlfriend before we even went down there.
No.
You gotta do it. Try it again.
No.
Oh, and the Galaxy was my first legal drink, not with my dad.
So I would go to the Galaxy when I was underage.
So did I.
Yeah.
As long as you got there before the bouncers were there, you were good.
Jim Nafis said he used to go to Jeans on the Boulevard. My buddy played there. A couple of my buddies did. I never got to Jeans. I was never.
That was when he was underage, though. I mean, underage shit. I was down at like bars when I was like 5.
But I was when Jeans on the Boulevard. Jeans was another fucking notorious place in Philly. Mike LeCompte was playing there. I forget what band. He was in Slider, I think. Jeans was one of those places. Eventually became a
where the hell
bar.
Pat go?
He dropped off. That fucker. Now what's Tom saying? The Empire
First
was
bar was Jeans on the Boulevard. Oh wait, no, sorry. Empire is in the 90s. I think one of the last acts was Danger, and I think that's true.
I was at the last show at the Empire. It was
The hell, man.
I don't think it was Danger. I remember going in the bathroom. They'd already begun slightly dismantling the place. So
the bathroom was the high
the
point. Of the evening.
elbows on the urinals on some of the urinals were removed. So you were going up to a toilet and pissing,
Mm.
and it was just coming out and hitting your boots.
Well, so like CBGB.
Fucking unbelievable. So Jim Nafis has said it was Slider. That was a fucking great band. Fucking, dude, Mike LeCompte, he did the show with us probably like 2-3 years ago.
I've never seen him with you guys.
No, he did this show. He called in.
Oh, right.
He was in Wildwood. He called in, and Mike is one of my favorite people in the music business. I love Mike to pieces, man. The guy just doesn't give up. He just keeps going and just slugging it out. And the guy
Like
he's been
Mises.
fighting fucking cancer for the last couple of years and fucking just still out there, still doing all the shit, hanging off the rafters upside down and just being Mike LeCompte.
Why
I love him.
not?
God bless him. What a fucking great guy. I can't say anything bad about him at all.
Or me.
Or you. Well, I could say a few things about Jim.
That's true.
But my God, we digress once again. into the
When don't we?
But so getting back to the whole water tower thing, that was just a fucking great fun time, man. So fun. What happened?
I'll tell you off air.
I think I see who that is.
I'll tell you off
Oh
air.
boy.
No, it's not what you think.
okay.
It's something totally different.
Your mother and I said no.
I'll tell you off air. Stop it! All right.
Uh-oh.
What's he gonna say? No, what is it? What's the
Jim,
place?
you tech for Redliner. Oh wow, that's cool.
The Rib House.
Yeah.
That was one of the places when I was 9. My parents took me to there.
Didn't they lock you under the table or something?
No, they gave me $2 in quarters and said, "Go play shuffleboard."
They actually had it there though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
But it wasn't called the Rib House,
no, it wasn't the Rib House at the time, but they stayed until like I don't know what godforsaken time in the morning. But I was 9. I was kind of tired and like was whining. I wanted to go home, and I had already gone through the
You were doing the Saturday night, too.
They gave me,
You were whining and wanted to go home.
There you go. Yeah, sure. And eventually around like 4:00 in the morning, my mom got pissed and we left, and then we went home and mom beat that shit out of me because I ruined her night out. So, I hadn't been to the Rib House since until I saw your first show there.
There you go.
that I
See,
went to.
you went to the first old school show? We were
No,
called
I went to
Stumpy Jones.
there was the first one I went.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Stumpy Jones.
Oh, if I had been to a Stumpy Jones show, I would have like just
You would've-
walked up
you
and
would've
just
like, what
fucking
the
like I would have tackled that asshole and knocked him down and started smacking the shit out of him. That
Oh
little
my God.
pussy piece of shit.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna go there, are we?
Wait, he wasn't on this team. He was on the one after.
I don't know anything about it,
But
I remember when he was on some team or something.
I just remember when you and I figured out we knew the same guy.
Yeah, Jim, your story, Jim Nafis,
Yeah.
is reminding me. It's like a Spinal Tap. Oh, they became runner, and then Joan and Jeff formed the Naturals, followed
No,
by
they
the
three there.
Unnaturals.
Followed by the Uber.
It's so funny. So I have up in my attic.
Porn.
I used to go and steal newspapers. I have lots of porn. I don't keep it in my attic. I keep it right here on my laptop where I need it.
Ew.
For downloading. No, I don't download. Never download.
I just wondered about all that on the keyboard there.
Anyway, you
You
fucked
want
me up
one of
once.
these beers?
No.
No?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh, so I can have it?
You have all you want, sir.
Oh my God.
Back in the days of the Daily News,
The
and
Daves?
the days
Days? Okay.
of the Daily News, the Philadelphia Journal.
Fuck it.
There was one other jazz paper in Philly that was out there, but
They
would
the
advertise
city paper.
Yeah, well, that's
I love that.
there were all these ads in the for every weekend for the bands playing around, and I used to cut out the ads every weekend. And I was into like, if I cut it out every week. I have them up in the attic. Anyway, so one of these days I got to bring these things down. It's Crystal Ship and all these bands that played the Philly scene, and the bands like Mike LeComp's bands back then. And I collected all this stuff. I still have it. I still save it. And I still cherish it. I need to share this with the world. Like start taking pictures of it.
Yeah, what the fuck,
and posting it because I'm probably one of the only idiots that was like saving all that crap because I just thought these guys were the greatest thing in the world. And that's about the time I started.
You can make fun of me. I got to pee again.
Oh, geez.
I would say I've been drinking all day, but you made fun.
You got an old bladder.
He's got an old bladder. Yeah. Mhm.
It's
You said it, not me. I just
like
repeat.
a gallon each time.
I don't know what to tell you, Jim. Just be real.
I'll leave the door open so you can hear it.
I don't want to hear you pee. Nobody wants to hear you pee. I don't know why you're farting in there, but that's
Listen, come on.
oh my God, he really is. Anyway, we're going to take sympathy on him. There you go. Ralph Heckler's asking, when is the water tower part 2? That is in negotiations right now, Ralph. I'm talking with Josh, and we are trying to put something together. I think my preference would be in the late winter of 2025 or the early spring. I do know that Resurrection and Dog Bite Money will be doing a show at Tom's. I think it's in September, so you can see part of the whole scene there. So Jim Naffis is asking, who do you think is the best original band to come out of Philly? Well, I think the best original band never made it from Philly, and there's one in particular that I really liked, and we've actually showcased that band, Mark Hafer's band.
Street Talk.
The Bloodhound Gang.
No.
Oh, that's out of King of Prussia.
Norristown.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Street Talk.
They were Street Talk. That to me, they were the best Philly band that ever was. And then if I had to go down a level, and I'm not saying down and like they were worse or whatever, but
you are.
Another band that I really loved was Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose was the Aerosmith of Philadelphia. Heaven's Edge made it. They were in that same category. And there was another band, if I can think of it, they were related to Street Talk.
Oh, Dandelion.
Not Dandelion. It was, but Dandelion was a derivative of Street Talk, correct? Am I right? Yeah. But there was another band, a younger band that came out that was really great.
Sneakers and Lace.
The thing that I liked about the A's were a great band, man. JoJo Slick, Frank Stevens for the save.
Yeah, JoJo Slick. I remember them guys.
That was a fucking great band. But Street Talk was number one to me. They were the number one band. That was the band when I went out. I went, motherfucker. That was the band when you went to the Galaxy and everybody stood there with their arms crossed. When Street Talk came on, ain't nobody standing there with their arms crossed because they were like, these guys are fucking
You're
good.
making me feel bad about having my arms crossed.
Now, another band I used to love was Ivory Tower.
Yeah, they were good.
Fucking great band in the time frame. And it was cool because that was like Reggie Woo's band, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Do you remember Drastic Measures?
I do not.
Yes.
They were Faith No More before Faith No More came out.
Oh my God, dude, that's true. Holy shit. Yeah.
And then you got into the whole when the Galaxy was kind of on its way out because of the mosh pits and all that bullshit.
What? What's wrong with that?
And you got into the Cell Block. The Cell Block had its own special community of bands. I was part of all those places, but I played the Cell Block quite a bit along with the Red Garter. The Red Garter was my favorite bar of all the bars I played at. That was my favorite place to go. Even though I lived in Northeast Philly, I used to drive down to Delco and we would go to the Garter.
It was a cool place, but it was a weird setup.
It was awkward. And there were
How so?
issues with
We played with we played with the Delco Aerosmith while we were there, the Gypsy Rose guys.
We played with Gypsy Rose probably every show we played at the Garter, we were on the bill with Gypsy Rose at one point.
Was it like the Peanut?
The Peanut, no, it
Okay.
wasn't like that. It was like a sideways adventure.
Peanut was sideways.
No, the Peanut was in a corner.
Yeah, that's kind of sideways.
This was length. The bar was like this, and the
Oh,
band
you
was
were on the
like
side?
that. It was
Oh.
just, but
It was weird.
the greatest sound man in the world was there, and that was
Yep.
Hoppy Riddle. Oh God.
Oh, not hot. Never mind.
And no disrespect to Sick Vicky or anything like that. I'm not saying anything like
Yeah, fuck you
know.
guys.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
But Sick Vicky circa 1988, 89. That's the Sick Vicky that fucking tore a new asshole in every fucking place they played. And specifically at Bonnie's, because that's where I played on bills with you down there, Pat.
Yeah.
And that was the shit, man.
I based my bathroom off Bonnie's at one point.
So you had a
Dude, here's a story for you, man.
Black bathroom.
Well, the Galaxy had a black bathroom. What's that?
Tom.
He has been wanting to check out the once and me to show him.
The one above it.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck's sake.
So here's a story for you. Back in that time when we were playing like that, dude,
Ah,
we went
sorry.
to we played this club in like Nowheresville, New York. There's a little place called Middletown, New York. It was called the Class of 57. And we opened up for like their house band the first time we went up, and like totally blew the doors off of the place. And you know, there was a couple hundred people there. It was a big joint. And we go up there, so they bring us back like 2 months later, and you couldn't get in the place. The word of mouth at that place was insane.
That's cool, man.
Wow.
What? So Jim Naffis is asking the best cover band from Philly. So I have a couple opinions on that. I'm always going to go to LeCompte.
Yeah,
But what was
Flip like Wilson.
Oh, don't.
similar to that? There was
Strange as Angels.
Oh, love Chris, man. He's one of my best friends.
Yeah.
He just
It
passed.
was the band that had the guy with the Jeep that was jacked up, and they used to practice at RPM with us. Oh fuck! They had a whole horn section.
They
Oh,
were
Brew Review?
Remember who the
No,
fuck
not
they
for
were?
review. Fuck. I don't even know if they were a cover band. Honestly, they were fucking great. No, not Witness, not Whitners. It was like somebody and the somebodies. It's real specific.
Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
But that was fun.
For me, it was Strange as Angels. I used to. I remember one time. I used to ski at Killington.
So you probably saw the McBrownies and
Yeah.
all those places. Yeah.
But I went up to Killington. I used to ski there all the time. And there was this place called the Wobbly Barn, which if you're ever at Killington, if you haven't gone to the Wobbly Barn, you're a douchebag. It's the greatest place on the strip.
Witness. That's what he's trying to say.
So I went there one night, and Strange as Angels from Philly, they used to go up there all the time. I had no idea. And they were there. I was like,
They
oh
were
my
big band,
fucking
man.
God. They hit the shit out of that place. Like, it's like, Philly, you might get, kind of used to stuff, but this is Vermont. I mean, there's nothing up there. But they beat the shit out of that place. I remember going over there, the bass player, and I was like, I'm so happy you're here. we would they were up there. We used to go up like Martin Luther King week.
Okay.
That's for some reason we used to go up there all the time, and they were always there, and we saw them every time. And it was just like we're in the weirdest place, and there's a little bit of Philly, and I love these guys to death.
There's nothing like going to another town and seeing your band, your team, your whatever kick motherfucking ass in another territory.
Absolutely.
Just the most. It's just so powerful.
Like they were, like I was talking to their bass player, and he's, wait a minute, you've seen us in Philly? I'm like, oh fuck yeah. And he was shocked. I was like, yeah, we all come up here to ski, and we all come up here to see. I will be up here seeing you every time you guys play. Yeah, they were freaking awesome.
Wish Terry was listening right now, because she would know exactly who I'm talking about. Oh God. God damn it. This is going to drive me nuts. I'll think of it at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, you wake up in the middle of the night, you won't be able to go back to sleep.
That's fine. I don't have to work tomorrow. I'm going
Bastard.
to court. Let's go to court. Let's get my
Pat, what are you talking about? 1986.
That's when he started playing the clubs.
Jim asked a question, man. I was answering.
Me,
Sorry, I'm not paying attention. I'm
it was
drinking.
1987 or so. I think I started playing the clubs.
I didn't play the clubs. I mean, we've had this discussion with people, and they're really asking about what I do.
Well, there's
and-
not a lot of places to play the piccolo.
well, then again,
And
they're like,
the ham.
oh wait, you're not in a band, you're not a musician, and then you would come along and go, but he played hockey, like, oh, thanks. Like, I'm sorry I'm a jock.
I hate jocks.
No, I do too. Actually, I didn't realize I was one until I thought about it for a long time.
What the fuck is the name of that guy's band? Oh, for Christ's sake.
Ranky Penis and the Wanderers.
No. Oh, well. That was back in the RPM days. And we used to go to
What?
used to see him play at Rock Lobster.
The RPM? That didn't happen.
RPM rehearsal studios on Delaware Avenue.
Oh, I thought
1020.
you meant the band.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
See, you see
I
why
used to go rehearse at RPM, and then I would go down to South Street, and I would go to Uno's to meet my girlfriend because she worked at Downey's.
Okay.
So I'd meet her there, and so I'd band practice, she had work, and then we'd meet up there and drink up and have a good time, and then go home and get high.
I wish I could hit the lottery so I could buy Dobbs.
I don't think you want it right now. The market's a little different down there.
I'll
now.
figure it out.
Yeah, okay.
Anything else?
You're going to be the game changer.
You and I and our wives can just run around and make it into a Halloween like Wonderland.
That'd
I don't
be
give a
fun.
shit. I'm rich. I don't care.
Yeah.
Bless you.
This guy's name,
Thank
Harry?
you.
Harry? Larry?
It really matters. I'm actually a reverend.
Jim?
Bless you.
Isn't tight. Anyway, I can't think of it.
Reverend Jimmy Horton, huh?
So-
Reverend Horton Eat.
It was some kind of crazy name, and the guy was like, they had a full horn section in his band, and everybody was going to see them down in, all through Philly.
Oh, Huey Lewis?
No.
Oh.
So coming up this weekend, because we're at that point in the show, Jim. I am playing at Free Will Brewing Friday night. That's it's a cool place up in Percy. We're doing a 3-hour tour
Is it
there.
Percy or Percasey?
Percy.
Really?
They prefer the people that I work with that live there. Percy. We'll be there from 7 to 11 p.m. on Friday night, and then Saturday.
Damn right, Tom. Reverend Jim, motherfucker. Right.
Saturday night, I will be at Nick's Roast Beef, Woodhaven, in the far northeast or the fair northeast. I'm not sure which one of
far is fine.
We'll be near Dinosaur Lake for those that understand,
Mm.
and we'll be up there, and that's my gigs for this weekend. And then next weekend, the weekend after that, I'm taking off because I'm going to see my heart doctor.
What the fuck, man?
And then I got to get out of town for a day or two, so I got to figure my shit out. Following weekend, I've got Old School at Peppers.
Okay.
And then that's on the 9th, and then the 10th, I'm playing with Instinct down at Bar 13.
What the hell is Bar 13?
It's an original rock club where they have original bands.
And on Earth, where is it?
It's in Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay.
I posted the link, but it didn't work so well.
Gotcha.
Chestnut Cabaret. Oh, dude, I saw Slaughter there. No,
Dude, I opened for Extreme there.
you what?
I opened for Extreme there before their album came out.
Wow.
So Terry and Russ tried to get me to go to that show back in the day, and I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't want to listen to funk metal. I don't know what the fuck funk metal is. And dude, the second I heard that first album, I was hooked from the first second. I became the biggest Nuno freakazoid there was. Nuno and Akira Takasaki. And you're like, what's an Akira Takasaki?
When are you going to be at Nick's?
This coming Friday.
Okay.
Or Saturday.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Friday at the other place.
Clearing that up.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday. Saturday.
Saturday. Saturday.
Saturday. Old school. Nick's Woodhaven. Be there.
Paul Adler lights up his nose hairs and goes to the microphone.
I actually burned them out.
There you go.
Okay. Jim, if you come out, dude, that'll be fucking awesome. I know you're going to be out really soon, dude. And you're going to be at car shows and doing all the stuff you used to do, dude, because you are a determined motherfucker. Determined.
Word.
Cramping up.
What the hell, man?
And you know
I
what?
did that last night a few times. It was
In
horrifying.
2 minutes,
Yeah.
it'll be the cat call. Maybe not.
No, it's Wednesday night.
Oh, that was last night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. She actually she didn't do it because she's still getting used to the whole idea of being able to be in the studio.
Understood.
Because somebody dropped a stink bomb in there and caused all kinds of
I
chaos.
love when people do that.
I don't. I think they're kind of dicks, but you know.
I
it's
smelled
what
a
it
couple
is.
pot bombs last night when I was walking through the parking lot at Citizens Bank Park.
And no one thought to invite us?
So I do want to say one thing, Tom. So are you saying that the Philly captain's going to be doing a video with you?
I think he is.
Because if that's happening, I
Paul wants to be there, so
I'm
you can just slap her.
fucking jealous. And I mean, dude, you need to get him out to the next show or something.
Don't stare at it like he's gonna text you. Oh, he did.
All right. I can't see so good. I just lost the thing I was trying to pull up.
He
God.
said, "Yes, he is."
All right, yeah.
But,
That would be very nice. That's fucking killer, dude.
you gotta. Yeah, we need to buy a GoPro.
I know we could do stuff. Not that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I just want to be clear about that.
The P word on the run.
Yeah, people already get excited
Mhm.
about the word "p."
Well,
But,
maybe we could call it something different.
If you want,
The word on the run.
I thought just another worthless podcast, but when I said that, you got all upset.
Word exploration.
No, that's
Oh,
stupid.
wow.
Come on, man.
That's fine.
God damn it.
I think that Tina Marie wants to come on and do like a rock report with us.
She should do that. Yeah.
She was talking about it. But then she was supposed to come out this past weekend to the Water Tower show, and I didn't see her there.
Oh, she didn't show up?
I didn't see her. Did you see her?
I did not.
I think she was
no.
busy.
I was hanging out with Mama Titty Sprinkles and Jim Robbins
Yep.
because no one else
Dude,
would deal with me.
Everybody was there. It was like a
Not
reunion.
everybody, but the people who mattered were there.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, the old school fans were
Yep.
there. It was pretty cool.
Jackie was there. Pam was there.
Yeah.
Jim was there.
All the
Uh,
people that used to come out to Tom's. It was cool, man. That was awesome.
It was cool.
Made my day.
I was bummed out. I was in so much pain during the whole thing.
Let's see if I can
Let me do this.
Welcome to the American Moron Entertainment Network.
How did this happen?
There you go. I just wanted to do that. I don't know why.
Why not?
I don't know. Shits, giggles. I don't know.
It's not gonna work.
What? What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. Maybe I'll get something and
Do you need me to just do this?
that's gonna get me in trouble.
Oh, well,
Actually, it sounds like cover.
it is a cover. Yeah. I know my shit. Ah,
If I had my phone hooked up, I'd play some of the shit that I recorded last night from the concert. But it's now 9:02, and it's time to get the fuck off the air.
yeah.
So,
We got shit to do.
you know,
This is the P word.
It is.
It's a show about abso-fucking-lutely nothing.
yeah. We just have to have you guys here so we have a little bit of credibility.
next week will be interesting because I think we're gonna have the cats from Breaker on.
The who?
What?
The noun. What did you just
The
say?
cats.
Cats?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I got you. Okay, sorry. I got confused. I didn't know it was the 60s, man. I have not met Claire and the people,
They are good people.
but you know,
How about this? We'll go out with this.
Let me kill this.
We go out with Gene Simmons Band doing 100,000 years.
Oh, right. Well,
Thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you
It's-
guys for tuning in. Thank you everybody who
We love you
participated.
all.
Thank you, Pat, for actually being on the show live and all that stuff. We will do this again on Tuesday next week.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen.
All right, so we're back Tuesday. It's Wednesday. We're just doing this because we're dickheads. And
I don't have anything going on next Tuesday, so I should be
there
available.
you go. We'll figure it out. We do that on the run. We're like a something. Yeah. We'll do this. We'll do that, and hang it.
We'll talk about GoPros on the guitar.
Go to our
Network.
YouTube channel,
do
the P Word Show, whatever. Subscribe, do kinds of weird shit, whatever. Or just come see us an old school show or an instinct show or what the hell else.
Well, this weekend, I'd say come to Nick's Roast Beef.
That would be the thing.
Yeah.
It's not the Knicks on the Boulevard.
No,
that
it's
place is
Woodhaven.
fucking awesome.
Yeah. Big
But,
stage, big stage, big stage, big stage.
There you go. So come see Old School and come see us next Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern. Because we have a worldwide following and we don't want them to get confused.
There's at least 6.
Yeah, there you go. So we can meet Pat. Wait, we can meet Tom's World? Wait, I want to know about that.
He's saying we can meet up at Tom.
We could do that.
Meet. This is Tom's World.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. He's saying so if you come to Nick's Woodhaven, you could meet the world famous Tom Nally.
So when is Nick's?
Saturday.
There we go. Saturday.
Saturday evening.
Is it like Saturday?
Saturday.
Okay, gotcha.
9 to 1.
Like King of Prussia and
Kinga.
Wooder.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I
So if you're going to be in a home run derby, you need your Wooder.
Oh, Pat, I was just going to say something nice about you, but you're gone. So anyway, here we are. It's
And there we were.
9:05, and Paul wants to go to,
I got to watch a TV show.
yeah, he's got to
I got
do
a
some
busy
quality time.
schedule.
There you go. And I'm going to go home and, I don't know, find out how much liquor I have in the house. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll be back next Tuesday, as I think I mentioned a minute ago, at
Yeah,
7:30. And everybody who was here, you guys are awesome. And please come back next time. Be on the show. And if you want to actually be on the show, text Paul or I on Facebook or wherever and let us know. And I will.
Yeah, we'll get you on so you can actually say a couple things.
Yeah, we'll send you a link.
Until we
You can be
cut
on
you
the
off.
show, man. Yeah, you can actually use your words and shit and tell us to shut the fuck up. And
Shut
stuff.
up, you guys.
You fucking
I
retards.
saw you
Yeah,
guys
stop
last
it.
Saturday.
All
and
drunk
you guys
and
were
shit.
drinking all the water.
There you go. So yeah, and you want to be on the show? Be on the show. We'd love to have y'all.
You don't want to be on the
guys are
show
great.
and you want to just listen, then that's
You're awesome for being here, and we love you. And we'll be back next Tuesday.
I gotta get some water.
We need some water. We scotch and water. See ya. Oh, the music stopped. Oh, there it is again. So now we can be animated. Stop doing that. I can't be animated when there's no music.
I don't know.
Okay.
Ciao, baby.
Yeah. Word up, guys. Take care. Good night.